Hello everyone, it is I, Megaboy X time, talk about Charlotte being in Sparking Zero. So yeah, I was excited when I heard the news that Charlotte got out a different game besides Dragon Ball Legends. I mean, we did get Dragon Ball Heroes, but that was a card between this. That was a card game. That that was a card game, and this is like an official console game. Play and whatnot. But but here's something I want to say. Could Charlotte being in open? Because Charlotte being in could open two things, and these two things may or may not could be true for Sparking Zero or even other for Charlotte. It could open Charlotte's opportunity to be playable in other games like Sparking Zero, Dokkan. I mean, those are the only two I can really think of. Cause like Fighters is done. Fighters is done. Kakarot is like, I don't know, like the best they can do is just a cameo thing or just have us fight Shallot. But Shallot's but here's the thing, they technically put 21 in Kakarot, but it's a human that's based off of her. I'm just hoping that like Shallot becomes just as popular as 21 did when she first, cause like when she first was announced, 21 showed up in like majority of games. Dokkan, Legends, Fighter, Dokkan, Legends, Universe, Heroes. The only game she has not appeared is Sparking Zero, and I'm hoping that Shallow being in basically opens her opportunities to get in. Because honestly, if Shallow can get in Sparking Zero, honestly, they can put like Miratoa, Fugue, Supreme Kai Time, Android 17. Like they can do like the lab code, the Majin, and the evil version. Well, here's the thing. For the for the Majin, they can probably do the good and the bad via outfits. Well, the good, bad, and the evil as outfits for the Majin version. Cause like Evil Majin 21 isn't really that different. Doesn't play any different. I don't think the good version plays any different. It's the same character, just different. But hey, we'll see. Cause honestly, the one thing that they haven't did for Majin 21 is put her in Xenoverse, which I'm hoping they could do eventually, sooner or later. Which I'm hoping that they could do in the future side, cause it's like this. Future Side has a way to bring us new opportunities for characters. It kind of really surprised me that they added Charlotte, just a way to, because they kind of did the same thing with the Dynamo pack when Future after like Future Saga Chapter 2 came out. Because like, I mean, well, for the Dynamo pack, we kind of, well, here's the difference between the Dynamo pack and Charlotte being, and now the Diamond Pack, it was announced once the anime ended in Japan that we were getting a Diamond Pack. However, for Shallot, we had no idea if we had really no idea. We were just getting our hopes up. We were just hoping for the best for Shallot and hoping. But like I was crossing my fingers for him to get into anything besides merch stuff. Honestly, I kind of wish they did two video game collabs, but I mean, just having one is great enough. Cause like I didn't think that they would ever put him in Spark Zero. I got a hope for it, but I didn't think they would do it. Cause Sue Wei Shueisha and their restrictions. Shueisha and their restriction. I think the only reason that they were able to they were like pass aside this one because technically this is a game where what ifs and stuff can and like other characters are allowed to be in that game. Well, technically, you can say the same thing about Xenoverse because like by that logic, you can technically say the same about Xenoverse because there are you can technically say the same about Xenoverse, but I could be wrong. But here's the thing. I'm really hoping, and I mean this, I'm really hoping that that like, but here's the thing. Since they announced it, people are kind of assuming that we're just getting the base. From the looks of it, yeah, I think that's all we're getting. Unless they can and could change it. They can and could change it. Change it. But I'm thinking for purposes, they're just giving us the base. Like, even if it's just the face form, the fact that Shouts in a console game is good enough for me. Because honestly, this man has been really. This man has not been getting a lot of attention in his own game. It's sad that like even the developers kind of forget about him sometimes, but I'm glad he's getting more attention this event, and I honestly want them to do this for every anniversary, or not even just the anniversary, just in general. Because like you got you have this original character that you're the main focus on, and the only time you're putting main focus on this character is in the story. It's like it couldn't hurt for you to just give him more attention. Like, hey, I don't know if we're gonna get any forms or what. Cause like, here's the thing: if Shadow were to get forms of Sparking Zero, the best I can see him is just getting one. I don't know. I really, really, really doubt if they were able to slide with him getting transformations to get them all. Because here's the thing. All Shallot can do is really wild cannon and Rising Rush. I mean, I love the fact that Rising Rush is integrated in his moveset because honestly, Rising Rush and Wild Cannon are like something that could actually easily fit with his moveset if he when he got into Spark Zero, and for cats if they were to and for Xenoverse. Because honestly, the for Xenoverse they could probably make up something just to make them feel unique. They could probably even do the same. Now, do I think Giblet could get in the game? Like characters like Giblet and Zaha or even Chalette. Honestly, honestly, since they were really, I'm really surprised that it didn't, that they only just put Shallot and not Shallot and Giblet, because like, the fact that they were giving those two attention the merch, for the merch, I'm really surprised that like Giblet is not joining with Shallot in Sparking Zero, because honestly, he kind of would be a perfect. He kind of would be fit for the game. Like it doesn't even matter if it's just his scar is the is him but is Giblet before the scar or after. I'm just surprised he didn't join with Shallot, but then again, it's probably because of popularity that Shallot was the likely one. Because like for the universe, the only two characters I get for Legends, I I would think that like Giblet, Shallot, and Zaha and Shallot would be able to join it. But realistically speaking, the only characters I can really see is like Giblet and Shallot and probably their fusion. Cause like, bro, Wildcat at first is a pretty nice move to have. Cause like, bro, like, here's the thing. Shallot and Giblet had pretty great moments in the story of Dragon Ball Legend. There was a time where Giblet and Shallot fought against each other when Giblet went under the name the what was it? Was it the Hooded Saiyan? Was it the Hood? Because it wasn't the Masked Saiyan. The Masked Saiyan is Universe. I think it was the Hooded Saiyan. I kind of would find it funny if like they put like the Hooded Saiyan as like a playable if they like put like a variant of Giblet where he's wearing the hood and just imagine that version of Giblet fighting Matt Saiyan aka Bardock and just Giblet and Bardock just throwing it. Just Xeno's Bardock and Giblet just fighting it out each other. That would be interesting. Honestly, I'm really hoping that Future Saga opens the door for, cause like at this point, Shallot has technically no reason not to be in the universe. This technically opens the door for him to be in the universe. Cause before, Shueisha wouldn't really allow the Shallot to join him, but now it's like to the point where he can technically join in any game. I'm just hoping that he can follow Android 21's footsteps. Now I don't know if he'll have like if it'll be transform or pre-transform, cause like it's Shallot and Giblet, cause like they might just them pre-transform instead of them having them in their base. Cause like here's the thing, there were multiple characters in the universe that I thought were going to be transforming, but they end up being pre-transformed. Characters like Kale and Khalifa, or Kale and Khalifa, Power Ranking and Piccolo, Orange Piccolo, because I actually thought they were going to give him Giant. Because, like, we have Giant Namekian. It technically wasn't that hard for them to do, but hey, it is what it is. I'm just really hoping that Dibs really locks in for chapter 3, because if they can't, because like I'm just gonna say this, it would be so disappointing if they just do what they did for chapter. I mean, not that chapter 2 was the worst. It wasn't. It wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst series to ever come. There was like I don't know what to do, but it was. But I'm just for the story. For the story, it looks like they're trying to do a lot for the story because it's the destroyed contents. Now, when we'll get something for Future Saga Chapter 3, I don't know. Because I think at this point, I'm going to say that the Dynama DLC might come in August. Unless the Dragon Ball Legends doesn't delay Dynama. But that is honestly, and I'm going to say this honestly, I rather for them to delay it, not to make people upset, not to make people upset. I just want them to not rush character or not rush the remaining Dynamite characters just to put them in the game because they want those characters in the game. Because like The only character I didn't think that was ever gonna come in as a playable character in Spark Zero was Pansy. She was like a person who barely did much in the, but yet they made her playable. But yet they found a way to make her playable, but not make the the Tamagami playable, which is surprisingly interesting. But we'll figure that out once Future Saga Chapter 3. Whoa, when Future Saga Chapter 3. But yeah, I'm excited to see Shall Be play. Because, like, there's only two YouTubers I can think of that actually would be stoked to see this they're playable, and that's Double Artemis and Slick Shallot. I wouldn't be surprised if I see those two playing as Shallot once he comes out. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Kage played it, because, like, I'm really surprised. I'm really happy that they actually got Kage to play Shallot, because, like, I'm still baffled that they didn't have the Daima character's voice yet in Sparking Zero, but Xenoverse has, like, Goku Mini voice already, and even in Legends and Dokkan Battle, but not in Sparking Zero. Well, they'll probably figure that out later. But the thing is, the anime is done, and they have yet to update that. But they'll probably update it. I don't know if they'll update it when Shallot comes in um or when. But the interesting thing about Shallot is he comes with two music tracks. I'm thinking one of the music tracks is probably one of the PvP themes. It's either they're both the PvP themes, or one of them is from one of the story modes. I honestly would have liked if they took 5 songs from the game and then just two. But it is what it is, because I think one of them is gonna be PV. Is gonna be one of the PvP themes from Dragon Ball Legends. But the fact that they actually put this character in the game is surprising, because, like, I didn't think that they were gonna do it, because, like, the moment that said Peggy 12L, I was like, okay, it could either be Sparking Zero, okay, it could either be two things, Sparking Zero or Xenoverse 2. It could be either two things. Because, like, the moment it said Peggy 12, it could either be two things, Sparky Zero or Xenoverse 2. And it ended up being Sparky Zero. So I'm going to say this, it is great to see. Honestly, I kind of wish that, like, Shallot was the pre-order character, but I say better late than never for him to be in the game. But anyway, that's all I'd say. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Mega Boy out. Peace.